Yo guys, you have Nader here, and this time we're back with Hive Season 2, Week 3, where we take on an OG member, Alex, aka Saiyan Master 95. Now Alex, from the beginning of the CBA days, he was unstoppable. He had amazing drafts, amazing prep, amazing plays in game, and so from the first 2 seasons, he was unstoppable. I believe I beat him the first time we played, but like the next 5 times I like lost. So, but then after a while, you see Alex last year, he turned 21, and you know that just, of course, you know, the drinking, you know, the booze, you know, the hooch, whatever you want to call it, has basically he has a lot more fun in real life now. Basically, he does a lot more things in real life with his friends. So that took away time from Pokemon for him. Which, in my opinion, is pretty respectable, because who wants to be just staying at home playing Mons all day? Like, I don't even do that. Like, honestly, like, okay, I'd be lying if I said that. But my point is, it's just like, I would, even though I love Pokemon, I'd rather be outside, you know, with friends and stuff. So, yeah, well, okay, so that was a bit of a story. Alright, so the matchup here. As you can see, this is our team. You already know our team. We got, you know, like Weavile, Mega Neon, Sealanders. Pretty scary offense. Pretty mediocre low tier bulk, to be honest. Trades are coming pretty soon. Trades for agents. Maybe I'll change it up. Who knows? But Alex has some mad offense and some mad defense. He has. You can see it right here, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But the things that stand out for sure are Azelf, Landorus, Tornadus not so much, in my opinion, because Stunfisk takes care of it pretty well, and Weavile. But like, those and Snorlax and even Empoleon and all those Pokemon are pretty threatening to my team, so I have to be really careful here. So first up, we got the Slowbro. Now Slowbro has the leftovers. I didn't think a berry was very useful here. Rindo Berry would have been nice, possibly. It would be nice, possibly, because, you know, he has a Tangrowth and possible Grass Knot on the Tornadus, but I thought that's not really worth it because, excuse me, man, Tangrowth could possibly be like Sleep Powder, Leech Seed. I do think Assaultless is more likely, but those you know, the Fizdef says also possible. So that's why I didn't think Rindo Berry was very useful, because like it can still hinder Slowbro's ability to set up versus his team. And so yeah, basically I went leftovers. This thing is Calm Mind, you know, give me a win con, because I really want something that can like sweep his team late game. Once the Empoleon goes down, this does really well versus his team. +2, Calm Mind can like take on Manectric not too well, but it can at least eat up a hit and fire back hard. And so, okay, these are their stabs, recovery, so pretty straightforward set. And I'm just fully fed stuff to take on the likes of Landorus Therian, which is just about the best thing Slowbro can check versus his team. Also checks things like Garbodor and Tyrantrum, possibly. Alright, so next up we got the Stunfisk. This thing has leftovers. Again with leftovers. No berry on Stunfisk, mainly because I don't want Stunfisk to have literally no recovery at all. This leftovers at least gives him passive recovery. Sad because, you know, best ability. Stealth Rock for rocks, you know, stabs, but more importantly, Discharge specifically, hits Tornadus. And Earth Power hits Manectric and Garbodor and Empoleon, so it's Discharge. But, you know, basically those are what the stabs are mainly for. And Toxic is for Tangrowth and Landorus, because I have no other way of hitting them. So EV Spread, more so Spadef to take on Tornadus, Therian, and Mega Manectric, because I think this thing would be really good at checking them. Because, okay, HP Ice won't hurt this thing at all. It'll do about 30% for Mega Manectric. And then Grass Knot is Stunfisk is super light. Grass Knot would be 80 base power after being super effective. So just to give you an idea of how light Stunfisk is. So this thing's a good Pokemon to check this. So that's why I spit out. Next we got, you know, rest in peace George Michael, the best jitterbugger of them all. Alright, we got Chandelure with the Shucca Berry to help us check Landorus. It's really weird because I don't really think Shucca Berry is the greatest item, but the thing is, it can eat up it can eat up an Earthquake and then just fire him back with the Will-O-Wisp. And also, if he's adamant, we outspeed this with our EV spread. So that's why I thought it'd be pretty cool to be able to outspeed and hit up with the Will-O-Wisp if he's adamant. Maybe not though. But the thing is, I do think it's possible for him to be adamant, because Alex runs a lot of standard sets. So I think you just take it possibly straight off ladder and maybe forget about Chandelier. Maybe forget about speed creeping for Chandelier. That is a bit of hope though. That is a bit based off chance, I will tell you that. So we got Shadow Ball, we got these super stabs. Good versus his team. Now as you can see, this is just a Snorlax because of thick fat. So we got Will-O-Wisp and Taunt to help hinder that thing's ability to sweep our team. Though personally, I don't think Snorlax would be coming, but it's always important to prepare for it. We have Flame Body because he has no fire types. He has fire type coverage, but it's not that significant. To be honest, it's not very relevant here because I don't have a Ferrothorn, so he won't really have much of a reason to keep going for the Heat Wave or the Flamethrower on Mega Electric. So Flame Body it is. Now we have Lejon, we have Fighting Z Weavile with the pressure. We have Knockoff, of course for stab, Knockoff Icicle Crash. We got Ice Shard for priority in case he looks like a Scarf Landers or a Rock Polish Landers. That's the thing, if Landers gets up a Rock Polish, I don't want to lose to it because I know I have Ice Shard. I originally had like a different set without it, that's what I'm saying that. And Low Kick Fighting MZ help us break the likes of Empoleon and Snorlax. Alright, EV Spread. Pretty cool EV Spread. Not really. Alright, so it outspeeds Tornadus Therian and rest in HP. Also max attack because, of course, max attack. Now, next we got Mega Deontay. Stabs. Pretty straightforward. This thing breaks the team pretty well. It doesn't really break Tangrowth that well. That's why I have Endeavor to like try to make it less of a like every time I bring it in, he brings it in, I could possibly go for Endeavor to like try to weaken it because it'll do more damage than my stabs. And then Earth Power is for Empoleon and Gardevoir. EV Spread pretty simple. Top Speed Jolly Landers, Therian, and then rest in attack to hit with Dinosaur Water. Next, we got the Changi 77. This is a pretty cool set. I really hope it works out. We got the Expert Belt to, of course, to really bluff the Scarf. Because I brought Scarf Landers the past 2 weeks, past 2 games. So I really want to just try to potentially bluff that. Next, we got Superpower and Earthquake. Superpower is for Lax, mainly. Mostly is for Lax. And then Earthquake's for Stab, of course. And these two moves, Sludge Wave is for Tangrowth, HP Ice is for Landers. So a pretty specific move pool, if you ask me. Like, three of the moves are just for one Pokemon each. Like, okay, Superpower is still useful for, like, Audino, but Audino's not coming this game, dude. Audino's so bad. That's just easy Slowbro fodder. Setup fodder. So, yeah. And now, EV Spread, again, to outspeed the Jolly Landers. Rest in special attack, so the special attacks hit harder. That's the team. Pretty simple team. I was originally going to bring, like, some more interesting stuff like Mischievous, but it didn't really work out versus the team. Just looking at it in the team builder just looked pretty bad, so I didn't bring it. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the actual game. Alright, so we're back, and it was a pretty exciting game. Looking at his team, it's just about everything I'd expect. Because, like, during prepping, I prepped a bit for Snorlax, but I wasn't really expecting it to come. Snorlax is one of those Pokemon where it's like, even if you don't think it's coming, you still need to prep for it because it's Snorlax. And so, yeah, Azelf, I knew it was coming, but it was really hard for me to prep, because my Psychic resists, my Psychic checks, this thing gets screwed by Energy Ball, this thing by Fire coverage, and Chandelier gets outspread because it's not Scarf. And so yeah, so I really struggled versus that thing, I just knew that from the beginning. But the rest of it, I was really, the Garbodor is bothering me, because like, look, I have no hazard removal. If he gets up a T-Spike, it's pretty much over. So I knew, okay, I have to Mega Evolve with Deontay real quick, right? So let's check it out. So he leads off with Azelf, as I choose to lead off with a Deontay because I wanted to, get the Magic Bounce going, so I could at least threaten him to maybe think, oh, I can't really go for the T-Spikes or Spikes. So, but the thing is, this thing could have Energy Ball. Like, so I wanted to switch out. Because I mentioned Alex could also, Alex runs standard sets a lot, but Alex also runs not standard sets a lot, of course. So you're gonna have to be prepared for both. And so with that being said, I didn't think it'd be like a suicide lead set with what's it called, roleplay. So I just go into Weavile on the possible Energy Ball just to eat it up. You know what I mean? Weavile should be able to take it. As you can see, he goes for a hidden power that's super effective against this. So that means it's HP Steel because he intended to use it versus Mega Deontay. And it's like, oh, alright, that's pretty cool. Now at this point, I know he could be Sash, I know he could even be Scarf, but I just thought, okay, I'm gonna make him switch out with a knockoff. Because I really did not see him staying in. Or, well, I didn't really see him being Scarf, and if he's Focus Sash, it's good to break the Sash, so. Of course, I go for knockoff. Now he does go into Garbodor, which is predictable. Should have seen it coming. But now, it's a bit of a bad situation. He may not have brought T-Spikes because of a possible Dragalge I could bring. Man, in hindsight, Dragalge would have been so good. But yeah, anyway. So at this point, I was like, oh, wait. I know Garbodor is really annoying, so I wanted to stand and weaken this thing. And I don't have to worry about taking the aftermath damage after I kill it with 2 Icicle Crashes, because it doesn't make contact. So I go for the Icicle Crash. And it should do about 30 to 33%. I didn't really calc, to be honest. But yeah, and whoa. It's a bit of a shame. As he gets on a spike. Not to worry though, I can always go for another one. As you can see, it lands. Hopefully flinch. Oh, no. All I need is one more, and oh! Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, so low roll. Today was not Weaval's day. I understand. I get a lot of hacks, like, last week, for example, with the Scald Burn versus the T-Tar. So, I'm not mad that happened, even though it completely would have changed the game, if you ask me. Just having Weavile around for, like, at least one more switch in. Because, okay, Ice Shard or Icicle Crash. He has no Ice Resist, so Icicle Crash would have destroyed his team. So, obviously, that mattered. Like, there's no way you can say that didn't matter. Now, I should have gone to Mega Deontay here, just get the Mega Evolution going, by just going to Chandelure, by the way, with George Michael. And, oh, dude, I'm dumb. I forgot to mention. I swapped out the Dark EMZ knockoff for, what's it called? All Out Plummeting Z Low Kick. But he didn't even bring Strong Star and Poland. I wish I didn't listen to his. No, I'm joking. So, my bad. And, yeah. So, okay, I bring in Chandelure, rip George Michael, because, it's a ghost type. Accurate. Alright, I go for Shadow Ball, because, he has no resist. Come to think of it, he had a lot of non-resist. But the thing about Alex's team is that it pressures you so much offensively with stuff like Landorus that doesn't even matter. So now here, I'm the Shuckle Berry, right? Because that doesn't matter because he goes for knockoff. Now, as you can see, that was definitely like a possibility from the start. Like, I should have definitely seen that coming. But the thing is, in my past 2 games, I've been bringing Colbur Berry a lot on my Steel types. So I thought maybe he would have suspected that and bring and go for the Earthquake, predicting the Colbur Berry. Because I feel like, Colbur Berry on Psychics and Ghosts is way more common than Shuckle Berry on the ones that are weak to ground. I don't know if you ask me, like Jirachi, for example. So I'm going to Slowbro. Now, here's a pretty good opportunity to Calm Mind. I'm not expecting this to be like Leech Seed or Sleep Powder. I'm expecting it to be AV, mainly because I have stuff like Mega Deontay, which would with AV be able to check. So I go for 1 Calm Mind. Okay, Giga Drain will do something, but after a second Calm Mind, not really. And he knows that because he goes into Thunder Scoop, his Manectric. So now here, Thunderbolt does about 50%, 50 to 60%. I can fire off a huge Psychic. So I just stand in Psychic, because afterwards I can switch out with Regenerator. So I can get off a huge Psychic, which is pretty awesome. Oh no! Oh, man. Look who spoke too soon. And at this point, that was GG. Like, at that point, there was no way I could win. But I did not want to lose with a differential. Okay, I wanted to get rid of 2 of his Pokemon so I could lose 3-0. Just because that's a differential of a forfeit loss. And I always get depressed when I lose when the differential is greater than 0-3. If it's like 0-5, for example. Because that means, like, if you forfeited, you would have been in a better position. And that's the thing, like, you don't want to forfeit, right? Of course not. So keep in mind, at this point, I'm playing for the differential. Here I go for Rocks, because I don't believe he'd stay in. Or do I go for Earth Power? No, I go for Rocks. Alright, good. Alright, so now I go for a Discharge to try to weaken this thing. Just paralyze it, not weaken, just paralyze it. Para. Do we get a para? Oh, we get a crit! No para, but the crit is good. So now do we get the para next time? We sure do. So now, alright, we're in a better position. One thing I appreciate about Alex here is that he could have easily gone to Landorus on the next Discharge, but he just stayed in, like, just to sack it off. He wasn't really, I don't know if he was focused on differential, but like, if he was doing it on purpose, for the sake of saving differential, I really appreciate it. Now he goes into Landorus. I'm not going to stand on a possible Earthquake, right? Especially since, I believe this thing's Choice Scarf, just for how it, like, he just confidently outsped Chandelure. Like, no, he was confident he'd outspeed it, even though it could have possibly been Scarf, you know what I mean? So I swap out. Although, wait, I need to add on to that. If I was Scarf Chandelier Shadow Ball, he would have eaten it up anyway, so that's not the point. Alright, now he goes for Stone Edge, and I'm like, okay, I can live the next one barring no hacks. Oh, wait, you already see that. I go for HP Ice and it dies. So it wasn't even Scarf, which is great. Now he goes into Manectric, and I'm like, okay, he's going to go for HP Ice, but I don't really have a switch. This thing dies. This thing will die to the following Volt. Well, it won't die to the Thunderbolt. Sorry, I should stop talking. So actually, it will die to the next Thunderbolt. I'm sorry, I'm just talking too fast. I don't think my narration really matters at this point, because at this point you kind of know I lost. Now he goes into the Tornadoes. So I don't really think that mattered too much. Like if he just went for the risk the HP Ice roll, because like I said, Spadef Stunfisk is what eats the HP Ice at this range, not Fizzef. Fizzef would have died. So I was thinking, okay, maybe he can go for HP Ice to try to kill this thing off. But that, in reality, I don't know if it kills. I'll put the damage calc down here and just go for Earth Power for big damage. And that way, I could have maybe possibly win. Oh no. Probably not. This goes for Heat Wave. But I eat that up. Oh no. See, he's in trouble now. Oh no, that did not do enough. But if he attacks one more time, he dies. So, the pair doesn't matter because he dies. So, 0-2? Alright, so even if I lose now, that's fine. Like, 0-2 loss, not that bad. Better than my goal of 0-3. So, basically, what I want you guys to get out of this game, okay, if it's not clear already, I'll lose. But if one thing I want to get out of this game is, like, let's say you start off, early hacks screws you over in a game. At that point, if you know for sure you lose, then focus on differential. Because you'll end up playing really well anyway. Like, okay, obviously I really wish the hacks didn't happen, but I'm not mad about the game. Like, I think I played really well. I think Alex played really well. So it wasn't like, oh, Alex won because of hacks. Because no, Alex played really well. And he had a really good team. That's the thing I like about Alex's team. Like, even though he has a lot of bulk on his team, like Empoleon, Audino, Snorlax, he brought pretty much hyper offense. Like, I'd say this is hyper offense. You got you got your threatening attackers here. You got your pivot. You got your hazard setter. So I just consider it to be like hyper offense. So good game to Alex. What else is there to say? In prep hindsight, I definitely should have prepped differently. I think I didn't really like Chandelier's. Well, Chandelier's set would have been good if he brought bulk. But the thing I failed to consider was if Alex would bring hyper offense. That's the thing I need to focus on next time. Is that if I have a team that can take off both a hyper offense team or a defensive team, or not just both, just any kind of team in general, I need to consider that more for the next games. Sorry I lost. First loss of the season. But this season is the first season of both CBA and Hive, where I won the first two games, both of them. In past seasons, I've always won the first game, but I've always lost the second game. But this season, I've won the first two games. So I'm happy about that. 2-1 right now, not even that bad. So, yeah, see you guys next week where we take on K-Crick. That matchup is pretty hard. So, bye.